Hey, it's episode 111. Hopefully there's some sound. It is July 14th, 10 days after the 4th of July. 1 month tomorrow was the opening trade at 29 for ALZN. It was a big opening.
Yep.
I was in New York, Jason, ringing the bell on the Nasdaq, which was a amazing experience. Could you go to my screen real quick? There you see it right there, Tampa Bay company. Which we are based in Tampa Bay for ALZN Neuro. There's me, you can see my fat head right there in the middle with next to Stefan. Look how big Ken is.
Dude, he's
big,
a
tall
monster.
basketball player.
I was like, who is
He's sitting in
that?
front of a bunch of people.
He just blocked Skyline. It was like an eclipse.
Yeah, he was like a, come on, Skylar.
A lunar
I'm gonna
eclipse.
get you, you know.
Dude, he was boxing you out, making sure you got the
Hey,
rebound.
you can take it down now. I wanna say something that is important, that the Nasdaq is a class act. Obviously, takes a lot to get approved to be on the Nasdaq. A lot of background checks. They're very thorough with our financials. They're very thorough with our auditors. It was a privilege the way they treated us. The Nasdaq is a wonderful organization. Shout out to Ashley, Sarah, all the people there. The head of global markets. I got to remember his name. He spoke there. You'll see him on the video.
Yeah.
It was an emotional day for me because obviously my father is now in a home and will not be able to be treated for Alzheimer's. He's likely going to pass away from it or the complications of Alzheimer's. My mom was there, which was wonderful. A lot of friends, a lot of sponsors, a lot of people that believed in us. It was truly a magical weekend. I really had an amazing day. And I want to cover a couple things, Jason, if you don't mind me starting off the program this way. I got a chance to meet with some of the scientists that were involved in a refresher of ALZN, the ionic co-crystal drug. And one thing that I am thrilled about is lithium is already used in patients. The current lithium carbonate is toxic to the kidneys. There's renal issues with it. And it's used on a limited basis because they have to test for blood. I heard one of the scientists tell me, and one of the doctors say, that even if nothing else, we do one thing, and that is make the drug less toxic than current lithium carbonate, you got a winner. And there's like 20 things that we could do. And he was telling me there's opportunities for MS with the drug because of its anti-inflammatory qualities, anti-inflammatory for the brain health. And so I left there more bullish than ever. I literally was more bullish than ever before. I had an incredible time with the board of directors of ALZN, the CEO, Stefan Jackman, who is completely, and I don't regret one moment the day we hired this guy. He is a class act.
Yeah.
He treated me like royalty. He and his partner. He is a wonderful guy, Stefan. I have nothing but incredible things to say about him. Obviously, he's enthusiastic.
Yep.
I can't share the enthusiasm he has because I don't understand as much of the science as he does. He's actually literally a nuclear scientist. But it was overwhelming the way they had us come in. Skyla, you were there. I know you have a little bit of food poisoning, but thank you for coming in today. What did you think of the experience?
I thought that it was like an amazing experience. I was so happy to be there. Like there was just a lot going on, and I mean, I've never been in New York like at all, so that was like cool in itself. And then being able to go to the Nasdaq, it was really cool. I had quite a few friends like reach out to me, and they were like, "Oh my God, I was just reading about this stock. I can't believe you're involved in it," like all that stuff. And I was like, it was pretty cool to be able to experience that, especially like with family.
I'm not looking to
really
focus
cool.
on me, but did it feel like a little bit of a tension there? I mean, come on, dude, that was crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
It was crazy. It was crazy. Like I took like hundreds of pictures.
Right.
Oh yeah, so I can't wait to
Hundreds
see the
of
There's
pictures.
so many.
And the head of global markets was there. We got this little. We were out in Times Square, and my face is up on
I saw
like
that.
a gigantic billboard.
Hey, look, Kush is on the big screen.
Hey, Kush. No comment.
We'll have to do a little slideshow or something like that and show the people on risk on.
I don't
like,
know
do
if
a
Josh is
slideshow.
able to. Is it possible for Josh to? Hey, Josh, can you give us a little bit of a thought process on how that worked? Like, can you? Is there a way to?
Sure.
Can you put up a video or something so they can see it? Just one of those many that you cut that would just be fun to show the environment for everybody.
Yeah, for sure. Let me prep one. But yeah, I mean, we wanted to do a lot of coverage, so we've got so much content that's coming.
Yeah.
That we're going to be releasing on all social media channels and different locations. So
One of the things that was wonderful was one of my long-term backers and who's someone who stuck with me for many years. Steve Caspi was there. Can we go back to the screen on the cover of there? There you go. There you see Steve Caspi right there. That's Steve Caspi.
Gotcha.
Big hotel New York owner, right there ringing the bell with us, right next to me. Very first money ever to come into ALZN. Wrote a check. That's how I got started. Actually, I wouldn't mind giving a shout out to a lot of people that were there if we could. There's of course me and Stefan. There's Art Spalding, the guy who runs our CRO. That's the person getting it through the FDA. There's Lynn, our CFO, Senior VP of Finance, Ken. There's Chris Wu right there, I believe. Steve Smith, Jolene Smith, Henry Nisser, one of the board members, Jeffrey Oram, David Katzoff. There's Darren. Right there you see my wife. It's hard to see that, but that's my mom's head right there. Back there, Skyla.
That's the lunar eclipse. The CFO.
Chase is back there somewhere. There's Jeff. There's James Turner, our assistant general counsel. Hey, there's Josh right there. Board members, Mark Gustafson. It's truly an affair of people who care about Alzheimer's. And I made a decision right then, that second, that I was on that floor and I listened to what people said. I made a decision that I would never respond to haters again. That second, when people entrusted, the university entrusted us, this is going into patients. I'm a big believer in it. And when I listen to the scientists talk about the drugs,
Yeah.
especially AL001 and all the different indications of what a co-crystal lithium salicylate and proline drug can do for people. The idea that the university, Dr. Scheidel, Dr. Chow, the people involved with the two different drugs, what they've created, it literally started by me watching a TV program. And why am I saying this? It's not a commercial for ALZN. It's a commercial for you. I literally started this at the time after 2008 when I got blown up in 2009. Mm-hmm. Really developed some reputational damage, decided to come back and do something meaningful. I started this company 6 years ago with no money. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, I had connections of who to talk to, but it took a long time to get this company money. This company's funded.
Yep.
They don't need additional capital for a long time. And so they're funded. There's not an offering pending.
Right.
There's no offering pending tomorrow or the next day or the next week or the next month. Nothing. Not the next 5 months. There's no offering pending.
So what you're saying is when the drugs go into the patients, it's paid for.
It's paid for.
Yeah.
The company has the money.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. All you guys out there, not going to say their names, that wonder why Alt Global DPW, which by the way, the symbol's changing soon. Mm-hmm. By the way, I will tell you about that soon.
All right.
They wonder why I put in the money because we got it evaluated by a private party,
Sure.
a big company, famous company. And we were comfortable with the valuation we were paying, which is substantially lower than what they suggested. And the board approved it. And the board said, you know what, we want to be part of this, Todd. We understand your vision of having a holding company out global, spinning out assets, bringing companies public. We've talked about bringing the defense company public. We've talked about bringing Cool Assist, Turn on Green, the EV company public.
Correct.
And now we brought one public that we own a substantial amount of.
Yep.
Every dollar this thing goes up or down is $22 million for DPW.
$22
million, right?
Every dollar.
Now, keep in mind, that's if we fully bought all of our position. We have the right to buy more. So right now, there's only $5.4 million on the books.
Right.
And of course, we pre-announced a massive quarter. By the way, take away that, we still had a massive quarter trading. I think it was like 11 or 12 million,
Yeah.
right? So 5 million the first quarter, 12 million the second quarter. The 40 million is an aberration, but there's a chance to buy more ALZN at lower prices. So really, just read the press releases. I think what we're doing speaks for itself. And I made a decision right there when I rang that bell. And I had institutions back me up that I don't care anymore what people say. I
like
care what the people at the company says, what the people who work here says, what the scientists say, the doctors say.
Yes.
I don't care what the haters say. I don't want what to call them. The ne'er-do-wells?
Yeah, they're not even haters.
Yeah.
They're just ignorant.
I don't care anymore. Anyways, so it was a great time. And I see Josh looking around there, see if he's going to play something. Oh, look at what he's going to do here.
Oh, yes.
Are we going to play that, Josh? Oh, because it's kind of in there a few. Hey, Nick, can we put Nick on screen real quick?
Excuse me.
Can Nick, is it not possible for Nick to be on screen? What does he have to do? Turn around?
You gotta put him on screen. There he is. There he is.
Hey, Nick, can he be heard?
Yeah.
You have a mic?
What's up, Todd?
Well, I want people to see you, so face that way.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So you got to fly on the jet.
Yep.
What did you think of that experience?
That was fantastic.
Was that your first private jet
That was
experience?
my first private jet experience and first time going to New York.
Oh, really?
It was amazing.
And you did a lot of the filming. I wonder if you could take people through what you did. I mean, what kind of, you were up early on, what was it, Sunday?
Sunday, early. I was probably about 4 or 5 in the morning getting ready.
Face the camera.
And I know I'm bad at that. I'm used to being the cameraman. And just following around and watching all the amazing things that were happening, and got to hang out with your mom and your daughter and your sons and all the family, and yeah, everybody here at the office. It was amazing.
What did you think of the, look that way.
Sorry.
What did you think of the NASDAQ?
Nasdaq was amazing. Even being behind the scenes and seeing all the footage and all the cameras that I would never even be able to touch with my dime, but
Was that setup amazing, by the way?
it was phenomenal.
Did you see how choreographed they were? What we had to do it every second, and how long we had to clap and everything. It was crazy, wasn't
It
it?
was a long clap.
Was it?
Well, I saw that. That was a very long clap.
Because we were on like 4 different channels,
Yeah.
4 different networks, and they kept it on there the whole time.
It was like a 2-minute
Nick,
bell
you did a
ring.
great job, and what's wonderful about you is your attitude. I know on the way back you flew commercial because one of the CFO came with us on the
That
plane.
was still amazing. I got to watch Tenet, and I finished off Dumb and Dumber and ate some good food and relaxed.
It was great. Well, Nick, we appreciate you being there. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Todd.
All right, hey, let's.
That was awesome.
That's for Nick because he did a great job going back to the NASDAQ. Josh, it looks like you have some stuff you can play for us.
I can keep that up on our end here if you want to.
Oh, can you play a little bit of it? Hey guys, we're gonna watch it. It's not that painful to watch, but it's fun. Let's do it.
Okay, here it comes.
Oh, can you go back to the recording part? Go back a little bit and play the recording. Just go from the beginning of Stefan's speech.
Okay.
Right there, just from the beginning. No, go a little further back.
That's
from the
yeah.
debilitating effects of Alzheimer's.
A little
Go back a
further
little further, man. Stefan had a great speech too.
There you go.
Here's the speech.
Bob, thank you very much for those kind words and all the hard work and due diligence performed by your team to get us here.
Look how sweaty I
We're
was.
humbled,
Yeah.
honored, and happy to be a part of the
You were
Nasdaq
nervous.
family. ALZN Neuro is a preclinical stage
look at-
biotech company in which many
Adjust the
have
tie,
invested.
adjust the coat.
Investors who
Looks
were
like you're in
sick and
baseball
tired
signs.
of seeing their loved ones perished from Alzheimer's disease. Sick and tired of seeing sufferers waiting for a slot in a clinical trials to become available. And sick and tired of victims of this dreadful disease not having enough treatment options. Well, today, we are proud to say that we may have options. Options for our families and yours. The first is a patented ionic co-crystal technology delivering a therapeutic combination of lithium, proline, and salicylate, known as AL001. Simply put, this lithium therapeutic has the potential to replace the current lithium therapeutics on the market and can bring aid to the 38+ million Americans suffering not only from Alzheimer's disease, but bipolar disorder, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder. Globally, that patient population extends well over 300 million people. And that's not all. We have a second option, a patented immunotherapeutic vaccine that seeks to restore the ability of a patient's immune system to combat Alzheimer's, known as ALZN. Our recently consummated IPO is an important milestone we've achieved for our stockholders, associates, strategic partners, and for all who continue to suffer from the debilitating effects of Alzheimer's, bipolar disorder, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder. We recently submitted our IND application for AL001, utilizing funding from the IPO, and are on the precipice of commencing human clinical trials. And to think, this all started with one man's bravery, tenacity, and unrelenting drive to create a company dedicated to developing treatments for diseases that plagued his family. Todd, thank you very much for not giving up, and thank you for allowing us to join the fight, not only for your family, but our families, the rest of the United States, and the rest of the world. Thank you.
That was nice.
You're doing. Wow. Wow, Stefan. Stefan, thank you. It's very clear. It's very near and dear to my heart. My grandparents died from Alzheimer's. My wife and I cared for my mother-in-law until she succumbed to it. My dad has it, unfortunately, could not be here with us today because Alzheimer's has robbed him of everything but his ability to breathe. It's very disheartening that many people were not going to be able to save my dad. However, I'm happy with the progress that ALZN is making. The benefits to the two therapies will hopefully bring members of the family, as well as 38 million Americans, 300 million people globally. I want to thank the Nasdaq for doing this. This is something we set out to do from the very beginning, is to be here on this exchange. Today, with this opportunity to have the IPO to allow us to ring the opening bell, I'd like to thank my mom, who believed in me as a teenage mom to dream big. My wife and my kids to support me. Alzheimer's first investor, Stephen Caspi. Alzheimer's board of directors, led by the chairman, Will Horn. Alzheimer's management team, led by Stefan Jackman. Our investors, Dr. Chow, Dr. Scheidel, the University of South Florida, the Scientific Advisory Board, Dr. McDade, Dr. Wozniacki, the CRR team led by Art Spalding, our outside counsel, very important, from Olshan from Walensky, I never say that right, led by Spencer Feldman. And last but not certainly least, the underwriters at Spartan Securities, who worked with us for quite some time. Thank you all.
That crystal's nice.
Say that companies like yours are doing
Yeah.
God's work on Earth. And I want
Well, I mean, it's like, it's a real world.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
commemorate this morning and for all that you're doing.
huge.
For all that you need. Thank you.
They made it really nice. It was amazing the way they orchestrated this. They'll watch all the people chime in after this. They come right up.
Yeah, yeah.
And they orchestrate it really like amazing. This is Sarah. She goes and takes my glasses and my speech thing, and they remove this thing to the left. You see
Yeah,
that?
yep.
And there's a little box to sign. And there's a button there, Steve Caspi.
That's Steve, yeah, yeah.
Cat's off. There's my wife in the
It's
purple.
just amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it's very amazing.
Yeah, there's Diana. There's Skylar right there.
I
My
see
daughter
her.
Asia. They're all coming up. See that?
Yeah, Patrick says thank you. He says Alzheimer's runs in his family also on the chat.
Everyone comes up. There's Henry. He's not happy to be
Dude,
there.
I know.
Henry doesn't like crowds or people. There's
Yeah.
Mrs. Smith, Jeffrey Orem. And then watch Ken at the end here. Watch
Dude.
Ken. Watch what he does.
Tyler, I know you're in the
Look
chat.
at Ken.
Look at this.
Look at your dad. Get out of the way.
Watch this box out.
Okay, he says,
Look.
I am me.
He's like,
Get
all right,
out of the way.
I'm clear. Poor Skyla. What? Skyla gets a hand up though. Watch.
I do. I'm in the picture.
Look,
This guy's like,
I was like, let
see.
me get through here.
Skyla.
Oh,
the
that's
lunar
great.
eclipse. There it is.
There you go. Yay.
Awesome.
And then they make us start clapping.
That was
That's
really
awesome.
long.
Well, because they had to have it on multiple shows, right?
Dude, Ken's a monster.
He's a big dude.
God, look, you're 6'4". Look at Ken.
Yeah, he's 6'7" or 8". He's huge.
I'm like to his elbow. But I
Ken's
had
a
heels on.
monster.
He's so tall.
Hey, there were a lot of people involved, and I thank every one of them. The Nasdaq, it was incredible. This was an overwhelming experience and a realization of how long it took us to get here, from me starting it from nothing.
Yeah.
With $8,000
Yeah.
to it opening to almost 2.9 billion, and then looking at the opportunity for this to be a drug that helps. Stefan says 300 million people globally,
Yeah.
38 million in the U.S., and 2 different drugs, and one with lots of different indications. There's me pushing
That's
the
awesome.
button, and then they made the paper purple and white to match Alzheimer's.
That's classic.
It was
detail.
really
That's
great.
Nice.
It was. I gotta recommend this if you ever want to bring your company public. It was very fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a dream come true.
I mean, how many companies are on the Nasdaq?
I don't know.
Not that many.
We'll put a link in the description if you want to see this again. We will have a ton of video. One thing I wanted to point out, Josh, can you do a favor? Can we have a little bit of a sample of the kind of video you recorded? Because this is remarkable stuff.
Yeah.
Josh walked around with some camera that is mesmerizing. I want to go to that. Let's get off the screen and see if we can go to Josh's screen real
Josh
quick.
out there streaming in 8K.
Come on, Josh. Let's see it. Anyways, bye to that. That was fun.
What is this?
I want to show Josh's. Can we go to Josh's computer? Okay, let's see if we can bring that on the screen. And I'm going to say full screen. Keep us off the screen so you can see the whole thing Josh is showing you. And Josh, if you can let it play, I don't know if it's possible, but watch how he records. This is the strangest thing. So these are people on the exchange, but it's a 360 camera. There's me and Skyla. It's playing in a weird way.
Yeah, it's buffering. Yeah, it's a buffering.
Well, it's because it's
You
so
might have
high
to let
quality.
it load. Yeah, you might have to let it. You might have to pause it and let it.
There's me and Steve.
Put it on edit,
Oh, really? All right. Well, we don't want to bother Josh until it's done, but it's a remarkable camera. Look at that. See that where you can and it scans the whole room. It was really remarkable. I mean, we recorded this entire thing.
Yeah.
It was. You can see over there. See Caspi. We're in a room there with the Nasdaq. Look at this. See that? It was crazy. You see how he can walk and it's just incredible. Ironically, he told me the camera wasn't that expensive.
We should take that around Vegas.
Trust me, this camera we have to have.
Okay.
It is remarkable, and I think I should become an affiliate and sell it.
We're working on
I'm
it.
just kidding around.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding around. Hey, let's get to the market today. Those of you who allowed me graciously to talk about that, I will leave you with this. I am the chairman emeritus, so I'm not an employee. I'm not on the board. I brought in an expert team to run the company. I founded the company 6 years ago. I was told that couldn't be done. I was told that I couldn't get anything to treat Alzheimer's. I was told that I'd never get this an application into the FDA. I've been told lots of things I could never do. Mm-hmm. Your choice as to whether you want to join me in being part of it or not. That's completely up to you. But I'm living proof that it's possible to bring something public, to start it from scratch.
Yes, you did.
And when I did it, I didn't have any money. It was after the blow up of 2008, 2009, and I was struggling, and my friends helped me get it done. And all those people have been rewarded with hopefully creation of value to help people. I've never taken a penny out of the company. I haven't sold a single share. In fact, I bought more. And obviously, there will be a day where I sell because obviously, I hope it's going to be higher, right?
Matt asks, when is phase 1 expected to start?
I believe the prospectus says so, Matt. For AL001, they filed the IND already. Now, this is I know enough about this to be dangerous, Matt. So let me say this. So without a clinical hold, it starts. You can start it 30 days after that. I would read the prospectus, but I believe it's the beginning of September.
I think you're right.
That's where the first patients are supposed to be dosed. But I read that in the prospectus.
It's in the
I don't
prospectus,
actually,
yeah.
And then there's other drug. The other drug will then file a pre-IND, and then that'll go eventually into patients. That's all the hope. But obviously, if you read what the company said about it, they're looking to meet an unmet need and fast track it. So they got to.
Yes.
The safety profile is because it's lithium, co-crystallization, salicylate, and proline, and apparently that composition of matter has never been put together with a lithium drug, and that's what makes it unique and novel and a small molecule.
And we do qualify for the FDA fast track.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
Yeah, I think so.
In the prospectus, but I strongly suggest, Matt, you don't listen to one word I said. You read that prospectus
For sure.
Let's go to the market.
Let's do it. I got a couple other questions. Josh, we're going to get to your questions.
Oh, you have questions? Let's go. You want to get them first? Or you want to go to the market?
Yeah, let's address this real quick.
Okay.
Joshua says, I believe in ALZN, but if DPW does a RS again, it would be a slap to retail investors.
What does an RS mean?
I guess he's a reverse split, maybe?
Why would we do a reverse split?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how that's
the only time the prior times that we did reverse splits were very unique to Bitcoin.
Yes.
And a massive financing we had to do, or we had a loan that was due because of a purchase of Enertech. And if we didn't, there's a lot of circumstances here, but the idea of a company last quarter reporting 160 million of cash and securities, assets, and private investments, the idea of us having more than 100 million of cash.
Let's just look
I'm the executive chairman. I can tell you there has been no conversation unequivocally about any kind of reverse split.
No. Can I just look at today's market cap on DPW?
No, I don't know that. I apologize, whoever asked that question, but
I kind of asked that question.
A reverse split would. It's not even in the. I don't know why I'm even hesitating with this, because I guess I just don't feel like, I didn't know that people even thought that was possible.
We're in Vegas. Let me just put it in a gambling sense. It's not in the cards, Josh. I brought that up so we could beach ball slam it down on people's heads.
Yeah, there's no chance. No. What would be the reason?
Cash on
hand? Did you just see what we reported?
Dude, the market cap is
we just
1/3.
pre-announced the $62 million quarter. What the hell? I don't even know where that question comes from.
Alt Global Holdings market cap, 110 million. Alt Global Holdings cash on hand?
More than 100 million.
More than the market cap. Guys and gals, come on. If you can't identify, in my opinion, undervalued assets.
I know you're getting upset.
Yeah, it's just an opinion.
You're an employee.
But yeah.
You're an employee.
Anyway,
Remember that.
yeah,
You're an employee. Okay. Yeah. I appreciate that.
That's the
it's
question.
not a show about that. Jeff Bombchill. Bombchill. I want to say to you that you are one of the smartest guys I know. You know what's funny? If I was suspicious, I would be suspicious that Jeff doesn't have like a bug in my office.
It's possible. The guy's razor sharp.
Razor sharp.
All right, the market, 34,933 for the Dow.
Hey, I just want to say to Jeff,
Go ahead.
we're hiring if you want to move to Vegas, by the way.
Yeah.
He's in Houston.
Oh, so you're
Plus, he
active.
works for someone.
Yeah.
Co-crystal. No, it's not the same space, Matt. The co-crystallization is a methodology of how to deliver a drug. The COCP, co-crystal pharma, not the same.
Yeah.
At all. Other than we're both in biotech, different delivery, a way of crystallizing the molecule. And with that and $1, you'll have all my knowledge of science.
One other thing, Peter. Yes, we know JDR is stateside, the naked CEO. We know he's here.
Yeah, we know him. I'm wondering, it's strange, I haven't heard from him. He promised me I'd be the first interview in America.
Yeah, he's here. I don't know if he's on the East Coast. He's probably in New York, if I had to guess.
I saw him.
But, hey, the time zones are almost syncing up now.
Sure.
Any 13D filings for today for DPW, Josh asks.
We filed the 13D on HUSA, HUSA.
Yeah.
What do we have outstanding 13Ds? FRD, Friedman Industries, SSNT,
and HUSA.
And HUSA, HUSA.
Yep.
HUSA.
Those three.
I don't have any comments about that. Let's get to the market.
Yeah,
Come on,
why
what
not?
the market do?
We've been ignoring the market here. We want to talk
do
about
have a market,
inflation, all kinds of good stuff.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average at 34,933.23, up 44.44. The Nasdaq down 32 at 14,644.952. The S&P up 5 at 43.74.
Let's go with oil.
You got to cover that stuff. I don't know any of that.
Oil down 250, 72.25. Bitcoin 32.7. Ethereum 1989. Hey, gold. You know, silver and gold. Silver usually leads. Silver up 20 cents, 26.33. Gold up $18, 18.28 an ounce. Copper 4.27. Obviously, Powell spoke today. Inflation, transitory. You know what I think about this.
He thought the transitory. He actually was pretty. He defended that.
Yeah,
was.
He's already talking about Q4, some kind of a little bit of pullback. But you know what? When you have inflation and 47% raises of small businesses raise their prices, that's the highest since 1981. You have oil deficits, 7.9 million barrels week over week for the IEA report today. You got 4.5% inflation number if you take out utilities and gas. Who in the hell is taking out utilities and gas in everyday American world? Hello, you need utilities, you need gas. 5.9% inflation. I mean, you're looking at 2008 numbers. You're seeing a lot of movement in the markets as far as volatility goes. The markets have been really, really volatile. I mean, there's nothing. It seems like nothing holds its gains right now, in my opinion.
No.
Yeah, it's just kind of odd.
I saw Ethereum yesterday at 1,800.
Yeah.
Then it rallied to 19.
Yeah, Elon's coin, the Dogecoin, went to like 19 cents. He's been kind of quiet lately.
You know what I've been short?
Say it.
AMC.
AMC.
I added to my short position, and now it's even down even further.
AMC, what, 37?
I got some person that on Twitter said, "What a dumbass CEO that short AMC." Really?
Yeah.
It's a movie theater that has no movies to play. I mean, and then the CEO goes, I know we're millions and billions of dollars into debt, but I'm not going to issue any stock till next year. I'm not going to take advantage of that move to 72 for a $50 billion movie theater that has cost. Come on, man. People are watching movies at home.
I went to AMC recently.
Yeah, that's great. You're $10-20 for popcorn.
Yeah.
That's going to service
get
that billions of
popcorn,
dollars of debt. You didn't get popcorn?
No.
Listen, I'm not saying no one's going to go to an AMC, but it's, what's it worth?
New York Post, the incredible shrinking dollar. Nick, look at this. So we've got Skyla's fiat dollars going to work at AMC, putting in a modest investment. How much was the ticket, Skyla?
I'm not sure. My mom bought it.
Ah, okay. So, I mean, do people still have some stimmy bucks, or did they all go to like
we reported 62 million in revenue, 44 million in profit, and then pre-tax, the stock went down.
The stock went down.
So I have no choice but to laugh. Shit happens, right?
I guess. That's
the market. I mean, AMC goes to 72 and DPW goes to 272.
Apparently, we're worth $2.30 a share right now. Yeah.
Hey, what do you think Hughes is worth?
That's funny you say that.
Funny you say that. Wonder what Hughes is worth. Let's ask the chairman, the CEO.
I mean, you guys have the full disclosure. We own what?
14.83%
of HUSA. In an environment where oil is obviously trending way up, and a lot of the major investment banks and a lot of the smarter people than me around the world are saying oil could go to $100 a barrel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I wonder what HUSA is worth. That's interesting.
Brian Goodson. Any chance DPW could take profits and buy back shares?
Oh.
Always a chance. I don't know if we would or not.
Yeah.
We're buying companies, man. If
Yeah,
you read our release, it says we could bring a company public. And now that we've proven we can do that. Yeah, this is David Shalom. I never say his name. How do you say it? Don't talk about publicly, Todd, about shorting AMC. You're going against the apes who will short DPW hard.
Oh,
really?
Okay.
Will they?
Huh. I don't know. I didn't.
The
really
apes, they might come short DPW.
I didn't think about.
Yeah,
that.
I'm short 1,200 shares of AMC.
Yeah.
Come waste your time with DPW.
I don't understand.
That'd be interesting. They would have to cover eventually.
Maybe we want them to short DPW.
That would be crazy.
Why don't you short it? Go ahead. We'll squeeze. Well, it'll be a squeeze. You want to see Moon?
You mean I could buy it back for cheaper? I don't know. This is all speculation.
Of course it is.
None of this is forward looking. This is all just nonsense. We're just speculating. We're having fun.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. It's actually just fun.
What else we got here?
I don't know, man.
Did
you cover copper already?
Yeah, copper I covered. I wanted to talk about...
Hey, do I owe anybody any merch? 949-799-1831. 949-791. What can I speak? 949-799-1831. If I owe you merch, text in merch there.
Hey, let me make my case for silver. Come on, man.
Dude.
Oh, by the way, we're trying to have a very prominent CEO from a very large silver...
Come on, man.
Come on.
Get your money right.
Dude.
Let's look at that position.
Look at this, Nick. Let me show you a
We
chart.
are long silver. Hold on.
Let me show you this chart.
Yeah,
Come on.
Bring that up, baby.
Todd, you got your glasses on?
Hey, it was up 12 grand today.
All right, big deal.
We bought it we have 175,000 shares.
Right.
At 17.5414.
Right.
And it got marked at 1408 today.
Okay.
Now,
So,
I added some.
did we say the ticker?
AG. Apple George.
First Majestic. Real quick on this chart. Since 1980, silver is the only metal price below the 1980 high. You can see it, the comparison.
Is that true?
It's very true. I mean, you're looking at copper, 205% change, lead 84%, nickel 182.
Silver's down 43%.
Yeah.
Well, that was when the Hunt brothers are trying to they were trying to
There's been squeezes in
They're
all,
trying to squeeze
in
the
all
marketplace.
metals. But listen, let's talk about what's going on here. Nick, can you see this? I want to show you guys the CPI numbers. Just let me build my case a little bit. Let me have a little bit of fun.
Hold on.
CPI numbers.
I think that's a Boilermaker bumpy.
They all came
So
in
proud
high.
of DPW family, especially Mr. Ault. Great job on ALZN Nasdaq listing building. Hey, thanks. I can never tell if someone's a real fan or not, but I'll take it as a positive. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I will take that as a positive. Boilermaker bumpy.
Can we watch this video?
Let's watch it.
All right, cool. Let me put this down so Nick doesn't yell at me. Hold on. Okay, so obviously we've been gone for a few days, so we've got a little bit of information that we haven't covered, and I wanted to show you. This made so you know it's interesting when this makes CNN. What's that all about?
Let's play it.
It's coming right now. Here we go. Full screen. Coming at you. Refresh.
Movement is gaining momentum, and they want to send the price sky high. Christina Partsinevelos is here with more. Christina.
They go by the name of Silver Apes, Silver Stackers, and Wall Street Silver. The 123,000 plus members encourage each other to buy bars and coins as a hedge against inflation. They want to push up the price of silver to, $1,000. The spot price right now is just hovering around $26 today. But retail traders argue there are way more paper claims, such as derivatives, for example, on silver than actual hardcore tangible silver. In other words, if demand for silver increased, supply would run short and the price would surge. But the squeeze on silver does differ from the squeeze on companies like GameStop and AMC. There's a lot of silver out there and not as many silver short sellers to attack. Money managers have had net long positions on the metal since 2019, according to data from the Commodity Futures Trading Commission.
If you think of the history of silver, humanity has been mining this stuff since we discovered picks and shovels, right? I mean, it's, there's plenty of silver above ground. A little like gold, it doesn't get thrown away.
And that's why many around the world do believe currencies are very vulnerable and that physical investments are the way to go. They even helped push up the price of silver to a 5-month high just this past January, which is why we called that a short squeeze as well. And according to the Silver Institute, the demand for bars like this, and this is a silver bar right now, are expected to soar to 26% of total demand, up from 8% last year. One member of a group of silver apes told me that he believes the market is manipulated by bullion banks, and that's why he's holding on to this stuff for a lot longer. I knew you wanted to see it.
I thought it was an iPhone at first.
Yeah,
Come on, sit right on up. Come to the parents' table. Here, come on up.
This is worth about $3 $300.
This is $300. That's
Yeah,
heavy.
It's 10 ounces.
That is really.
How
that's
heavy?
that's a lot of.
He's
bull.
really never
It's
seen that
quite
before?
heavy. I should have looked up the weight so that I could have made maybe a book
Yeah.
for anybody watching.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is
Looks like a little credit card.
Oh yeah, credit card.
Right?
Oh, yeah,
Except
she's pretty
yeah.
cool. She's
Worth
very
a lot
cool.
more.
Well, especially
Putting on the credit
especially
card.
because so many
And who
people
owns
are
it?
storing silver, gold in their houses, or more specifically, if you're getting a lot, in vaults all across the world. Gaining
So
in popularity.
Where do you
All right,
where do you
short
put
this.
silver though?
I got 100-ounce bars.
No, but where do you? I mean, to be safe.
Stack them in my safe, my fireproof safe at home. You don't put it in a vault or a safe deposit box because you just don't do that.
So you make your house worth a bunch of money because it's got silver in it.
Yeah, you put them next to your AR-15s. So here's the thing. You know that with solar panels, with the electrification of the grid, each solar panel takes 0.67 ounces of silver. Silver's being used biomedically. It's the highest conductible electricity silver
Should I cover
metal.
all my short in AMC?
Ooh, why are you worried about the silver ape? You worried
might
about
be
the
worried.
Wall Street bets people?
No, not really.
So anyway, a lot of it's
Why would they want to? Listen, I'm short 1,200 shares. Give me a break. Give me a break. I just want to watch it go to a penny.
steel futures were very strong, Jeff. Yeah, that's true, Jeff. I mean, we're not against Wall Street bets.
I'm not against them at all. They did great.
We're not against them at all.
I mean, but it did go from like 4 to 72.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of put that on.
Have you
just-
seen GameStop lately?
Yeah, it's like 170. I mean, we're not against any of those guys. We generally almost never short an individual name.
GameStop today. Let's pull it up on the chart, by the way. Can you pull it up?
Satish.
GameStop was down.
Yes, we're short.
$12.42, and it's 166 in the aftermarket, down another $1.62.
Yeah.
I was looking at the chart. Have you looked at the 1 month?
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
How about the 5 day? So
We're
now,
not
of course,
short
obviously,
GameStop.
We're not short GameStop, but it does look like it wants to go lower.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It does want to go lower. The market's trying to find the true value of the stock, of the company. We'll see what happens.
If you read this headline here from Reuters, I'm going to pull this up. Can you pull this up in the middle? AMC and GameStop shares fall to half their June peaks.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be painful.
I mean, those squeezes were epic. Let's think about this.
Epic.
They were massive.
Epic.
You have to remember that.
I read the spot prices and it's quoted from the paper, not the physical market, hard to squeeze. Physical has been in short supply for months.
Yeah, physical's in short supply.
That's
or
Dylan P.
Dylan's right. Well, if you go to comparesilverprices.com, it's a live meta search of bullion banks for silver, and they're charging massive premiums over top of the fiat spot price, 30% over that. It's just they don't want to sell the silver, in my opinion. But silver is being used a lot in industry, a lot in biomedical. It's antimicrobial. Silver is just the everyday American money. Silver's been money for thousands of years. I just like silver.
Skyla,
Yep.
get off that phone and give us the joke of the day.
So, where is a math teacher's favorite place to go on vacation?
Where?
Times Square.
Oh, God.
We were
Times
just there, so
Square.
I figured it.
Sky, go get Joe and then have.
You want Joe?
then I need Joe and then I need
Randy.
Randy?
after that.
Okay.
Are we gonna
Bye, everyone.
Are we gonna cover our AMC short?
Who's that? Who asked?
Somebody did ask that. Hold
Never.
on.
I'll never cover.
Are you still short? Satish, are you still
I'm never
short?
going to cover. I'm just kidding.
Guys,
Come
we
on.
have 1,000 shares.
Come on, dude. We're short 1,200.
1,200
That's it.
shares.
Who cares?
Come on.
Give me a break.
Jeez. Oh, by the way, did we talk about our positions? We didn't even talk about naked.
Oh, nah. I don't want to talk about naked.
All right.
No one gives me credit for that deal. They're like, oh, whatever.
All right, whatever.
But I would like it to go up because I got a lot.
Yeah.
We got a lot of that name.
Why can't? And we didn't get a response on WhatsApp from
No, I haven't heard
the
from
big
him.
guy.
No. I don't know what he's doing. He doesn't care about us. He told me he'd come on the show.
Hey, do me a favor. There's 111 people watching. So a lot of you are on Twitter. Hey, reach out to JDR. Ask him. You're
Tell him,
shareholders.
come on our show,
Hey, you guys
buddy.
are shareholders. Ask him why he hasn't come talk to Todd yet, and come on the Risk On show. We would love to have him. The Naked CEO is in a friendly environment if he comes here. We'll treat him
Joe
nice.
Spaziano.
What's
There
up?
you go.
You were in New York with us
Yeah.
for the bell ringing.
It was
I
awesome.
thought maybe you could talk about it.
It was fairly spectacular. I mean, I enjoyed it, and I think that as far as a once in a year time, you know, most people would say once in a lifetime, but I expect you to bring me there a couple more times at least.
Retweet JD Ballin.
What happened?
Retweet his tweet.
I was really upset that, you know, you promised that I was going to get to ring the bell, and I actually didn't get to
I
ring the bell.
promised that.
Dude, you know how hard that is? How many
Great.
people have actually rung the bell in the...
I know.
the
It's
world.
crazy. And, you know, I kept watching, you know, it was interesting the way she said it when we were there.
don't
The
see it.
lady told us, you guys are ringing the opening of the week, right? Not the opening of the day. She told us you were opening the week, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
High note, but we had a great time. I mean, I met a lot of the people involved with the science, and, you know, I met a lot of, well, I knew most of the board members, so that wasn't different, but I had a great time, man.
Pretty crazy, huh?
It was nuts.
What did you like about it the most?
I liked the fact that after being with you for 14 years, you were able to ring the bell at Nasdaq.
Nice.
We've been waiting for that for a long time, man.
Well, that company was founded about half the time I've known you, right?
A little less than
6
half
years
the
ago,
time.
yeah. Yeah, I wondered what you thought about the pomp and circumstance. It was pretty overwhelming for me.
It was a lot overwhelming for, I think, just about everybody, right? I mean, everybody
Right.
was just, nobody knew what to say while they were there, and everybody was waiting. And then you get on board. I mean, a couple of people have been there before, but other than that, I mean, everybody was just so
see.
impressed.
Well, look, what did you think of it? What did you think of being out in Times Square and seeing us all over the?
That was the great part, man. See it on the billboard, seeing ALZN, seeing the pictures of all the people who've worked so hard and so long to get that done up there on that big board in Nasdaq. And I don't think people realize how big an event that is. And, you know, that billboard's what, 50 feet tall? Seeing you be 50 feet tall was kind of crazy, man.
Yeah, that
You're
was
already pretty tall.
that was crazy. Well, I was grateful you were there. What'd you think about the flight home?
I liked it. I think that
Coffee's here.
look, you know,
Yeah, how was the flight?
look, flying first class or flying on a private jet, they're completely different experiences, you know. Private jet was just as comfortable for the most part, you know. I mean, it depends on, I suppose, what size plane you have, but we had a great size plane, and what was really fun about it is we got to all interact, right? It's not just sitting in your seat facing forward and hoping, you know, you can fall asleep on a flight. It was all.
Have you ever flown on a private jet before?
Nope, not once.
That was your
it.
first time. That was a G4, by the way,
That was a G4.
and it was great shape. Beautiful.
It was a beautiful jet.
Yeah. Shout out to the pilots, man. That was one, and Terry, the steward. Is it flight attendant? Is the proper term?
Yeah, Terry was awesome.
They brought me a cake.
They did.
I really had a great time.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, the takeoff and the landings are completely different than what you do on a big jet. It's just so fast up and fast down. Like, it's fast down.
Yeah, it's fast. It ripped, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great. I had a great time.
You have to wait at TSA. No
Nope.
pre-check.
You walk in, you get on your
Walk
plane.
in, get on that jet, rip it, grip it, and rip it.
Yep. So you need one
What's
of those.
going on in your world right now? I mean, what's going on with crypto? What's going on with we haven't talked to you in a couple days here.
Yeah, crypto's kind of crazy, and you know I'm still a big believer. By end of year in December, we're 65 plus. But
Wow.
Wow.
Really?
yeah,
Hey,
Dog days of summer, by the way. Right?
I think a lot of the big boys are pushing it down. Look, the fact that J.P. Morgan keeps saying, "Oh no, we're not doing it," but they keep buying it. You know, they keep trying to push the price down, and all the Chinese miners are starting to come over here or sell off their equipment to the American-based and the Russian-based miners.
Let's talk about that for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're seeing some of these publicly traded companies and some private companies leave China for places like Kazakhstan,
Yep.
places like West Texas, for example,
Yep.
and also upstate New York. And a little bit, I've seen that some miners are now leaving Quebec, Canada now. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, well, that was always going to happen. So I don't know if you knew this, but about 4 years ago, the water authority in Quebec that does Quebec Hydro or whatever it's called, they said they were going to start cracking down on the miners and that they were going to raise the price. I think there was like a 2-year contract or a 3-year contract. but new people couldn't buy onto that same water price, right? Or
There's
that
a
same
co-
electric price.
There's a company building a 300 megawatt nuclear facility in Pennsylvania.
Christy.
Yeah.
She says no mask on a private jet. That's true.
That's true.
So hash rates down, difficulties down. Equipment, could you see that? Do you think some of these companies might just call it quits from China or sell half of their inventory and move some? Do you think,
I think
there'll be
some of them might sell it all for the right deal.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Huh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, look, what did Putin say 2 years ago in 2018 that he was willing to put up a full terawatt of power for mining?
Yeah,
And a terawatt's that's an impressive number.
yeah. So we'll see what happens. Also, we're looking at 32,000 Bitcoin, 33,000. You seem to think that it'll double by Christmas?
Yep.
You
What
heard it
about-
here first.
Hey, but
That's
what
just a
ab-
prediction.
Joe's calling out Bitcoin.
What about Ripple, man? Did you see that?
where
the
is it?
giant news in Ripple?
No, what was it?
Minimal. They signed a contract with Minimal to be the platform for NFTs. I mean, the Ripple was designed, to be efficient for that type of platform, and they got through their SEC troubles, and so now it's off to the races. They just signed that.
What's your take on a couple more things? What's your take on Cardano and Ethereum as it relates to mining?
I think ADA's an interesting proposition. And what was the other one? Monero, did you say?
No. Cardano and then Ethereum. Can you talk about a lot of people are telling me about Ethereum? And
Hold on
then,
a second. Robbie's talking about Red Cat. I used to have 100,000 shares of Red Cat at 60 cents.
Oh, our cat, yeah,
Jesus, where's it at now?
not much,
He said it ripped.
really.
He said it ripped. Low float.
We traded it. Yeah, it's nano float. Cardano, you see value there?
I do. I see a lot of value just with the platform, speed of the platform.
It's
I
up
think
12
it's a good
cents.
platform.
What's
I
he
think-
talking about?
I don't know.
I think
Oh,
ultimately
it did rip
it's all about
from
platform.
$3.
Man.
He's right, Robbie. It did rip.
Is it legal to mine Bitcoin in the USA, Satish? Yeah,
Oh yeah,
of course.
all day.
It's still actually legal to think freely in the United States, except it looks like the DNC and our guy Biden is trying to work with phone carriers. Listen to this. Trying to work with phone carriers to put little tags on anything on your text messages to and from your friends or your family if it deems that your talk about COVID doesn't fall in line.
Yeah, so there, it's the whole carnivore myth. It's the whole carnivore non-myth where all your emails go across.
We're gonna go
servers
over-
and they don't read.
Right.
They don't read those emails, right? They're not
Right,
legally
yeah.
allowed to read them.
Yeah.
But they are allowed to have the AI flag them for suspicious activity. So,
Yeah.
same thing.
Hey, by the way, don't blame me for the AMC thing. Our 1,200 shares short. Go to my screen real quick. AMC stock gets cut in half as reality sets in for meme stock investors. And then Kramer, he went off and said, Kramer on AMC Tumble proposing that where they were not going to seek shareholder approval to get. I mean, I think the shareholders would have been happier if they would have. Look at that chart cut in half.
Yeah.
They would have been probably happier if they would have raised money, right?
For sure.
Red Cat, yeah, Red Cat did have a move. I own that stock very cheap. Todd just refused again to talk about naked position.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't refuse again. What the hell are you talking about? I told you from the beginning I wouldn't discuss the size of the position I had, but I do own it. I'm long. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Refused again. Come on, man. It's not a problem.
It's
We own it. Believe me, we want it to go higher.
yes.
But this doesn't seem to be going higher. But it's a dog day. Can you tell by my voice? It's like the dog days of summer.
Yeah, it is summer.
We know Naked has tons of cash on hand.
Are we playing tonight?
Yeah, let's play.
Are we gonna play?
Let's go.
Are we gonna go play and do something?
Dude, I thought you weren't my friend anymore. You didn't.
Oh, shut up.
Dude,
Wow.
he's big
You were-
timing me in New York. Didn't even text me.
Wow.
I'm like,
You didn't even
congratulations.
You didn't even text me, dude.
Like, come
Wow,
on, man.
bro.
Oh, you were invited to Andrea. This is bullshit. I mean, this is total. You guys, come on. I'm not even going to go into why you weren't there. Give me a break. You have no credibility here. You were invited. That's it.
All right.
Let's get Randy in here.
Come on, Randy.
So
Randy.
Tampa won the championship, right?
Yeah, Tampa. And so look, Tampa Bay Lightning winners, Stanley Cup. Tom Brady and the Bucks, winner, Super Bowl.
Oh, and look, both of them
Tampa
almost
Rays, nasty baseball team. Talk about undervalued asset. Tampa Bay Rays.
And both of them almost broke their cup. Oh wait,
Yeah.
the Lightning did.
Phoenix leads 2-1, right?
Is it 2-1?
Against the Bucks. The Bucks, the Greek man.
Their ratings are in the trash gutter.
Is
I
it
don't.
true?
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Is that true?
Yeah, down 32% from 2019, which is the most recent measurable apples to apples. 2020, they were in the bubble in Orlando. That doesn't count. Yeah, they're down big
Is
time.
that true, Randy? They're saying basically, Jason's saying that the ratings for the NBA aren't good right now.
I could imagine. I mean, I don't like it. I don't watch anymore. I
do
hope
you like
Milwaukee
it?
wins, though. I used to live there, and they haven't won a championship since I lived there in the 70s. So I hope they win. But yeah, I've lost all excitement for that. I don't care anymore.
I love that Greek player. What's his name? Honest.
Giannis, I can't pronounce his last name.
Don't good luck with that one.
Yeah.
Travis wants to play PLO at the Aria.
I know. I saw that. What's PLO mean?
Pot Limit Omaha. It's a beautiful game. You'd love that game. Four cards in your hand.
You got to play two, right?
You must use two.
Yeah, that's strategy. That's like Dave Negreanu deal.
It's high variance.
Yeah.
It's very high variance.
Randy, what's up?
Richard Sherman. What the hell's wrong with you?
What did he do?
Oh,
Dude, he got arrested this morning.
What?
All-pro cornerback, just recently released by the 49ers. He's a free agent, looking to sign maybe with Vegas or go back to Seattle where he had won a Super Bowl. Well, he was arrested this morning. I don't know if it was 2 a.m., something in Washington State, breaking into some house.
What?
And the cops came out there and tried to arrest him. He was fighting the cops. They had to sick the police dog on him.
no way.
Wow.
Yeah. And then on top of that, they realized that an hour earlier there was a hit and run, and this car got dumped off, and it was his car. They traced the car to him. So he crashed his car, took off running. They traced that to him, and then he went to this house and broke into this house, and he's charged with burglary, domestic violence, hit and run. And so any chances of his free agency going well is not going to look good.
Richard Sherman is a very educated guy. I think he went
is.
to Stanford.
Yes,
So
he
what
did.
the hell happened?
And
I
he's
mean,
a smart player.
and he gives
So-
back to the community. I
Something
love
must
the
have-
guy, but what
Something
the hell could have
must
happened?
have happened here. I see it. Richard
Yeah.
Sherman booked on being investigated for domestic violence. Free agent cornerback Richard Sherman was booked at 6 a.m. local time in King County Correctional Facility in Seattle, and is being investigated for burglary, domestic violence, which is a felony charge according to public records. Records state that he was denied bail, but a spokesman says Richmond, Washington Police Department told ESPN it's standard procedure for a suspect in domestic violence to appear for a judge. Sherman's hearing before the judge will take place until Thursday. The Washington State Police also are investigating Sherman for a separate incident in which an hour earlier, Wednesday, Sherman is being investigated by state police in connection with a hit and run and damage to a state department transportation property. Spokesman said Redmond PD said a 911 call from a resident received 2 a.m. Person called said that an adult male family member who did not live at the residence was attempting to force his way into the home. This is definitely a domestic issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. Something snapped in this guy. I mean, that's not him. I don't know what happened, but he just wrecked his little free agency deal, whatever he's going to try to line up. I was hoping he'd go to Miami maybe because they could use a guy like that, but we'll see what happens now. He's got a lot of legal troubles on his hands, and the NFL doesn't take lightly all the domestic abuse, even if he didn't hit nobody or whatever it was.
No, they bust you. They bust you at the NFL. They just they'll fry you first and ask questions later.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else is going on?
A couple baseball notes. MLB All-Star Game was last night and started off with a thud as Peyton Manning. Now, you know Peyton Manning, right? I think he was a great quarterback. I mean, seemed like he could throw the ball, 50 yards probably. He had a good arm. This guy bounced the first pitch before the plate, dude.
No, was it worse than 50 Cent? Remember
No.
that one?
It wasn't as bad as that, but it was bad. It's like, how could you not get the ball to the plate?
He had a fastball.
He had a fastball down the middle.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
He was a former owner.
Of course, he owned the Texas Rangers. So.
Yeah. Even guys like me, I'm an amateur. I guarantee you I'd throw it over the catcher's head before I throw it short.
Don't throw it short. Give
Yeah,
him the,
don't
bring
ever
it,
come
bring
up
the
short.
heat, dude. Bring
Yeah.
the heat.
So that was pretty embarrassing for Peyton Manning.
If I
and then,
knew I was going to throw out the pitch, I would go out and practice. I would never even consider doing it that way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hey, what
Anyways,
about you?
in the game, the American League ended up winning 5-2. So that's what happened there.
Was
And
it a
then-
good game?
I don't know. I didn't see it. I just saw the final score. Ohtani started. I think he started the game pitching. I'm not sure exactly how he did, but I don't know if you heard this, Jason. Did you hear about the commission, this clown commissioner for baseball, this Manfred dude? Now he's walking back the rules that they put in for this year with the double headers only being 7 innings. Now he wants to, we're probably not going to do that next year, going back to 9 innings. And then also putting the guy on second base in the extra innings. They're not going to do that now. Why did
Really?
you even change it? Leave the game alone. You
Yeah.
know, leave it alone.
I'm a purist. I was against those rule changes.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Right. It's like they're always, every year in these winter meetings, they always think they got to come up with something to spice up the game. The game's fine. Leave it alone, Manfred.
They got the speed up the pitcher too, like in between pitches.
Right.
I don't know. They wanted to limit the amount of times you could throw to first base.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Just leave it alone. Leave
Not
the
a
game
fan.
alone.
Got it. Hey, headline here that I wanted you guys to talk about before we call it a day, because we're going to wrap up in a second here. Cosmic J.
Hey,
you need to work longer, ramp up your investment to be able to afford retirement. This is what Larry Fink is saying, and he runs, of course, the biggest asset management business in the world,
trillions.
BlackRock. Basically, he's saying people are going to have to work longer. They're not earning the same returns on their savings, Fink's added. So if you're not in the market, you're in what, 0 rate returns in your savings account?
Yeah, I mean 0.5.
Right.
Yeah.
It's an interesting message from him. Does that put more people in the market? Do they have to take more risk?
I don't know. It just depends on what people want to do with their disposable income. It's spread around. It's spread around everywhere now. People are looking at side hustles. They're doing other stuff.
Sure.
I don't know.
Hey, we appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much for today. It's June 14th. This is the 111th episode. Text us at 949-799-1831. We will make sure we send you some merch. Put in merch in there if you want to. Put in big if you want to be part of big business. Randy, what's the rest of the week look like for you?
Well, if I'm invited back tomorrow, I'll have a Formula One preview of the weekend for you.
You will be invited back tomorrow. It is Wednesday, the 14th. Thank you so much for joining us. Once again, thanks to the Nasdaq for what was the most wonderful event I've ever had as a public company. It was wonderful. Thanks to everybody at ALZN, everyone at All Global DPW, the senior management, all the employees, everybody. Nick, who was with us, everybody that was there, the whole team. It was wonderful. We'll see you tomorrow.